But I think sometimes we don't realize how much we really do need through Christ. Because our world and the way we live is so surrounded by having all of our needs met. And when we think of our own needs, sometimes I think that clouds our ability to truly understand the need we have of justification. I think it becomes something we take for granted. The first word that we're going to tackle this morning is justification. And maybe that's a word that you've heard before. And I did a little experiment this week as I asked several different people of different seasons of their lives of what justification meant. And here was the common concept or the common response I got. Oh, that's one of those big words. It is. It is a big word that means something so significant. But when you boil down justification, it literally means to be made righteous. It's something that we look at in our lives, and it's something that God does for us to make us righteous. Consider this. It's a judicial, legal declaration where God, the ultimate judge, acquits the believer of sin and punishment, effectively treating them as if they had never sinned because of Christ's righteousness has been credited to them. I'm going to say it again because this is important for us. If you're writing it down, I'm going to say it slower. It's a judicial, legal declaration where God, if you're writing in your book, I want you to underline where you put where God, as the ultimate judge, acquits the believer of sin and punishment. He wipes it away. He covers it up. It's no longer in existence. Effectively treating them as if they have never sinned because of Christ's righteousness has been credited to them. I want to read you a verse of a song, and this is a song that I have in my iTunes. If you listen to iTunes, you can go in and find it. There's an a cappella group by the name of Rescue who sings it. It is an incredible song, and I want to read the second verse of the song. It says, "When Satan tempts me to despair and tells me of the guilt within, upward I look and see him there, who made an end to all of my sin, because a sinless Savior died. My sinful soul is counted free, for God the just is satisfied to look on him and pardon me." The song is called "Before the Throne," and it paints a picture of a judgment scene, a courtroom type scene where you're standing before the throne, and literally, instead of the judge looking at you for the sin, he looks at Christ. And as he looks at Christ or through Christ to you, there is no sin found in you. Justification, to be made right, to be acquitted of your sin. Or maybe many of you have heard it before, and one of the responses I received was, justification is just as if you've never sinned. I want you to just soak in that idea for a minute. You know what I think we struggle with sometimes, and I'll rephrase that statement. What I struggle with sometimes is this. We look around this morning and we are extremely blessed. In fact, probably most of us have zero needs. All of our needs have been met physically. We're wearing nice clothes, and we drove here this morning in nice vehicles. We woke up in a home. We have running water. You have friends and family that surround you this morning. You have a church family to be a part of. And I think sometimes, for the most part, we forget what it's like to need something. I think sometimes we forget and we blur the line of need and want. And we begin thinking the things that we want are the things we need. But I think sometimes we don't realize how much we really do need through Christ. Because our world and the way we live is so surrounded by having all of our needs met. We are very blessed and very rich. And when we think of our own needs, sometimes I think that clouds our ability to truly understand the need we have of justification. I think it becomes something we take for granted. We sang the song this morning, One Day, that glorious day. Living, he loved me. Dying, he saved me. Rising, he carried all my sins far away. And I was justified in that act. Do we take that for granted? I butchered that chorus. Do we take that for granted in what we are? When we think about the word justification, to be made right, I thought this week, how do I present $1 million word with $500? How do I present to you a word that's so important to us that every day of our life we need to be thankful that we have justification? That we have been made as if we had never sinned before.